Elon Musk confirmed huge Tesla news by making an announcement, and Tesla stock surged as a result. And if you like this Tesla gem, click the like button and subscribe right now. And what's getting me really excited here is what Elon Musk is saying in between the lines, not explicitly, but it's implied. In support of the policies of President Trump and to demonstrate our confidence in the future of the US, Tesla commits to doubling vehicle production in the US within 2 years. Also, it really helps that Trump actually bought a Tesla, and that definitely rallies his whole base and many more people that support Trump. And Elon will now also buy a Tesla just because we support Trump politically. So the market definitely loves seeing this. Now, how will Tesla double its US production? According to Elon, the robotaxi will enter its production before 2027, and he admits he is often a bit too optimistic, so let's really call it 2027. But in his own words, it's probably the end of 2026, so I would think that no robotaxi production is really considered in this doubling number, which really leaves us just with two options here. Number one, Tesla solves full self-driving and makes it safer than human driving and then starts deploying Model 3s and Model Ys as robotaxis. Or number two, the cheaper, more affordable model is coming out soon. And Tesla itself before has said that more affordable models, plural, are coming out this year. We know that the Model X and Model S refreshes are coming out very soon this year because of multiple hints like there's no more opportunity to order a Model S and Model X in Japan, and that's happening across other markets as well. And Lars from Tesla reiterated that they are definitely going to have the Model S and Model X around for a long time. They're not just making it disappear from Tesla's product lineup. Now, when Elon Musk made this announcement to commit to doubling Tesla's production in the US in the next 2 years in front of all the reporters and Trump, he did talk about robotaxis right after that. So he's not directly implying that there is definitely going to be an introduction of a cheaper, more affordable model with that announcement. However, in between the lines, I'm sort of seeing that, or I'm expecting that. Just because based on what Elon Musk has said before, I don't expect the robocab to go into production quickly enough to meet this target. At the moment, Tesla, by the way, produces about 665,000 units in the US. So the number would go to about 1.33 million for him to meet this goal. Currently, no doubt, Tesla's limitation when it comes to selling more units in the US is definitely demand, not production. This is Tesla's current announced production capacity, and you can see that all these numbers are over the specified numbers. And even when you add these numbers, you get significantly more than 2 million. And if you remember, Tesla basically outlined its plan to build up to 3 million units per year without building new factories. Trump has built his reputation as a tough negotiator, but here he says he happens to love the product and he wants to pay full price for it because of that. And of course, he wants to support Elon Musk. And I believe he wants to rally his base to get more customers for Elon. And the president has many great words about this vehicle and the company. Tesla is a great company. They are American cars. It's American made. He employs thousands of people. He has the most modern plants in the world. He also called the vehicle beautiful, and it is. This is a beautiful red. Oh wait, I thought that he actually already bought this vehicle, but from what he's saying here, no. But he said, I love Tesla. The one I like is that one, the Model S, and I want that same color. So he hasn't bought it yet, but I assume by now he already handed over the check and made the purchase. This is definitely a great day for us Tesla stock investors with a lot more new customers coming soon. However, after today, no doubt the Tesla brand will be even more politicized. And then Trump stated openly his second reason for buying this vehicle. Elon Musk has devoted his energy and his life to doing this, and I think he has been treated very unfairly. Half of the adults that voted for Trump in America, which is about 130 million people. From Morning Consult, we learned that 26% of Republicans would consider buying a Tesla. That's 33.7 million potential US Tesla buyers among just Republicans. If even 5% of Republicans who would consider buying a Tesla buy one after seeing Trump's endorsement, that's 1.7 million in incremental Tesla purchases versus about 1.8 million deliveries in 2025. Then Trump continued his praise for Tesla. In terms of imagination, I think I have a pretty great imagination. Who else but this guy would design this? And everybody on the road is looking at it. As soon as I saw it, I said, that's the coolest design. You gotta give him, Elon, credit. Elon is definitely getting a lot of praise from Trump right now. I think the alliance is as strong as it has ever been, and I don't think it has ever been this strong between the two. Oh, and by the way, Lil X was also there. That kid has the coolest childhood. Oh, so earlier they actually lined up multiple vehicles in front of the White House, and then Trump chose that one, the red one. Kimball Musk, Elon's brother, he does not post much, but he did express his thanks to the president. The praise continued. Nobody else has a car company started up in the last 30 years and is super successful. He's able to find billions of dollars of fraud and waste. The US is going to be very strong very soon because of a lot of things that Elon Musk has done. Why is the president doing this? Well, there have been multiple Teslas torched at Tesla showrooms, and then there were even gunshots fired. There were multiple arrests made because of all of the bad things going on there. Also, so many protests. And so Trump announced that he will label violence against Tesla showrooms and dealerships as domestic terrorism. Personally, I have no issues with protests. If you disagree, sure, go ahead and protest. But the moment you start throwing Molotov cocktails and you torch multiple vehicles, many vehicles actually, and then there are multiple gunshots fired at Tesla showrooms, I definitely think that this is a measure that's appropriate to call all of this domestic terrorism. I know some people are getting mad because the president showed the vehicles to everyone. However, if you look at the previous president, Biden, he also showed off some of the EVs, except not Teslas. Despite Teslas being the #1 most American-made cars. And here, check this out. This is people searching for Tesla on Google. The search volume is surging. Definitely more people are buying Teslas at this very moment. Here's another keyword: buy a Tesla. So not just people searching for Teslas just to see, oh, what's special about them, what's so good about them. No, people are searching buy a Tesla on Google. And of course, a lot of that search volume comes from Republican-leaning states. Sawyer points out Nevada and Florida specifically, but still a lot of interest remains in California. This is one of my favorite charts of all time. Buy a Tesla versus sell my Tesla. Of course, people are looking to buy Teslas a lot more than to sell their Teslas. Trump also made this post: to Republicans, conservatives, and all great Americans, Elon Musk is putting it on the line in order to help our nation, and he is doing a fantastic job. But the radical left lunatics, as they often do, are trying to illegally and collusively boycott Tesla, one of the world's greatest automakers and Elon's baby, in order to attack and do harm to Elon. Why should he be punished for putting his tremendous skills to work in order to help make America great again? And then he reiterates buying a Tesla. So this is basically a call for everyone to buy Teslas. And there are definitely a lot of people buying Teslas right now. For example, here, Grant Cardone bought one. And here, Sean Hannity, who is very famous among Republicans in the US, as promised yesterday, I just ordered my new self-driving Tesla, over 1,000 horsepower and 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. So he did get the plaid one. And Morgan Stanley says that Tesla could reach $800 within the next 12 months. They released a note before Trump's endorsement, but after Tesla stock was down a lot that day. And they stated, we see the pullback as a buying opportunity for an embodied AI compounder. Having covered Tesla for nearly 15 years, we find that the investor narrative around the company tends to follow the share price. In December, with the stock testing $500 per share, the prevailing sentiment was that the company is an AI winner with untapped exposure to embodied AI expressions such as humanoid robots. Today, with the stock down 50%, our investor conversations are focused on management distraction, brand degradation, and lost auto sales. And now today, after Trump bought the Tesla vehicle, everything's turning around again. And Ron Barron, who is a multi-billionaire and has a ton of Tesla stock, he's not selling. He reiterates his bullishness on Tesla stock and says, now is an inflection point in Tesla's history. Ron Barron said, I can't believe how cheap they are. Things that we look at. I was thinking we would make 4 times over the next 10 years. I think we're going to make more than that from these prices. Tesla stock represented 12% of Barron's entire portfolio across different funds. And there's one fund that's extremely actually focused and overweight with Tesla. And here Ron Barron explains why he's so excited about Tesla.
Instead of making $5,000 or $6,000 or $7,000 a car, you're going to robo-cars, and every time they have 1 million cars that they make, that they keep, that are $30,000 a piece that last 1 million miles, those cars are going to generate 50,000 revenue miles a year. So before the model was they're making $7,000 in profit a car, $6,000 in profit a car, 1,000,008 cars. Now all of a sudden you're keeping the cars and making them robo-taxis. What that means is that if you do 50,000 miles a year for a car, those cars will generate 50,000 revenue miles. They'll generate $30,000 or $40,000 or $50,000 in profit per year, per car. So every time you have a million cars, you're adding 30 or 40 or 50 billion dollars to 30 or 40 or 50 billion dollars to profits per year.
Ron Barron also says that he has not sold a single share of Tesla. And here's what you could call an ad on Fox News.
Let's all go buy a Tesla, get rid of your Pinto, your hatchback, Gremlin, whatever you're driving, and go get a Tesla.
Dan Ives is calling this moment a pivotal moment in Tesla's history, and he reiterated his $550 12-month Tesla stock price target. He also urges Elon Musk to refocus on Tesla, warning that his deep involvement with the Trump administration and DOGE initiative is hurting investor confidence. Musk's absence from Tesla factories and rising political tensions have fueled stock declines. Dan Ives calls this a moment of truth. If Musk neglects Tesla further, brand damage may worsen. However, long-term innovation remains strong. He believes Musk has stepped up before and must do so again to stabilize Tesla's future. And here Elon Musk is continuing his legal battle, which I'm sure in the end eventually he will win. But Elon Musk has kicked off his appeal to try to restore his $56 billion payday from Tesla, claiming a lower court judge made multiple legal errors in rescinding the record compensation. Omar also has a theory about why Tesla stock recently has been moving so much. He just says, look at this volatility with a sharp dives in either direction. You got multiple swift movements, he points out, and he suggests that they are playing games with us. We're using options. They aren't hiding it. They wrote it right on the website. Tank Tesla stock to stop Elon Musk. They know they can scare people with negativity, and that's definitely true. Some people definitely got scared and sold Tesla stock, and I said it's a buying opportunity in the long term, and already Tesla stock is up significantly. But they are definitely scaring people, and according to Omar, they are also coordinating all the selling. And Omar is not going to fall for it, but in the short term, the stock market is basically like a voting machine, but in the long term, it's a weighing machine, and Tesla's profits are going to weigh heavily in the future. This is cool. Tesla Cybertruck's next FSD update will add Start FSD from Park, an improved controller. I don't think I can start FSD on my vehicle from Park, so that would be a pretty cool improvement. This update, by the way, is expected to arrive within the next 14 days. And here we have two Chinese FSD testers, so you don't need to understand exactly what they're saying. You just need to listen how they are saying it. Take a look.
这个场景很难理解的，很难理解，超级难理解啊！哇，你
他需要理解吗？
我
超级丝滑都没有任何一脚减速啊！
我真的服了。
巨丝滑。
The passenger actually said, time to witness the miracle. And we now have numbers from China for the previous week, and that number is 13,600. There's definitely more than enough demand at the moment, so because the number is not very, very high, I assume that Tesla right now is still working through all the little problems they have with production, which I'm sure will be solved very soon. And overall, this was actually the highest week of registrations this year. And the deliveries of the new Model Y have definitely gone up. They surged from 6,700 2 weeks ago to now 8,700. But because people were now able to get the Model Ys, there were fewer Model 3s sold. And by the way, of all the companies that roll in tracks in China, only Tesla and XPeng have increased sales in China week over week. So the market overall over there, something must be going on. A lot of Tesla bulls on Monday got a lot of criticism, and I saw some of the comments under my video, and whoa, people are so emotional, and that makes me want to buy a lot more Tesla stock because when people get so emotional, undeniably there's a huge opportunity. Just to be clear though, I'm not saying that we cannot drop lower than where we are right now. We definitely can. However, in Tesla stock history, there have been 6 50% drops. That's right, 6, including one 61% drop and one 74% drop. The thing is, people's emotions and narratives with Tesla almost always follow the stock price, unless you follow me. Then you will remember in 2022 of December when the stock dropped to basically $100, when Tesla stock was very close to $100, when Tesla stock was basically at the bottom, I couldn't contain my excitement and said it's a buying opportunity. And that day, keep in mind, Tesla stock actually dropped more than 10%. So people were panicking. Now, Tesla rocketed 124% between October and December of last year, and currently it's pared back all those gains. However, NASDAQ is also down 13% in the last 4 weeks, and S&P 500 about 9%. Nvidia is down 30% since January. Those of us who have been Tesla stock investors for a while, we have all been hearing this time is different for the past 6 50% drops. So either you believe in Tesla long term and the work they're doing and accept that Elon will continue to run DOGE and cause disruption, or you do not and you sell Tesla stock and you miss out on huge opportunity just because you weren't emotionally strong enough. Swear acknowledges that Elon's political involvement may lead some people to choose not to buy Teslas, but on the flip side, he also sees people who never wanted to buy a Tesla or an EV buying Teslas. In terms of the net effect, he thinks it's too early to tell, but I believe personally that it doesn't really matter as long as Tesla solves full self-driving. So I predict that Tesla will be fine long term, even if there are some uncomfortable days ahead. With Tesla, one thing that you can definitely expect is some roller coasters. I suggest that you stop going to any roller coasters. Definitely cancel your Netflix, cancel your Hulu, cancel all of your subscriptions. Just watch Tesla stock instead. It's guaranteed entertainment. Sometimes though, the genre can lean towards the horror genre almost. That is if you are a bit emotionally weaker, but to me, it feels more like a thriller. An extreme volatility, I definitely agree with Sawyer, is definitely going to continue. At the end of the day, Tesla makes the best cars in the world and has world-class talent, and there is a lot of exciting stuff in the pipeline that has little to do with quarterly car sales. And Sawyer is in this for the long haul, and so am I. Now, Ron Barron is in touch with some insiders at SpaceX, and I'm pretty sure that the same applies to Tesla. And he said, Elon Musk is showing up. I was talking with someone who is a financial executive at SpaceX last week. She was telling me that when there is an issue with something like Starship, there might be 3 meetings a week. He's in every one of the meetings. He's there for Falcon 9 meetings. He's there for Starlink meetings, but he's there all the time. Elon Musk is more charged up about his business now than he's ever been. So when it comes to Tesla's FSD development, I am certain, very confident that Elon Musk is not neglecting Tesla's FSD development. If he's needed there for Tesla's FSD development, he's there in these meetings. Also, Ron Barron predicts that new affordable models are coming. Elon Musk has a few truly special abilities. Number one, electrifying the whole auto industry, which was deemed to be impossible. And then even more impossible was creating rockets that are rapidly reusable. So he's beating not just companies, which is what Tesla has done, but governments. SpaceX is launching more rockets than all other countries in the world. But perhaps even more impressive than that is his ability to also multitask while he's doing all of that. In other words, he's able to make multiple things that are impossible come to life at the same time. I'm not even going to mention Neuralink. What Tesla is doing with FSD is just mind-blowing. People that I am friends with now who are non-techie at all, before V13 came out and before V12 got this update equivalent to V13, none of my friends really liked FSD. I was the only one saying this is great, and I'm using it personally, and I didn't really necessarily push them to use it. But now, all of them are telling me, oh, I'm using it and I'm loving it. And to add to the list of things that are impossible to do, Elon Musk has started XAI, which now has a better model supposedly than ChatGPT. And XAI was just started. And now Elon Musk is going to go into the government and cut out more waste from the government than anyone ever before. Now, Ron Barron's advice to Elon Musk was to avoid politics, but Elon Musk believes that this is really important for America. Vandalizing Teslas is probably one of the stupidest things you can do because it has so many cameras which are recording when they detect someone nearby. But unfortunately, there are people that, for example, here posted this Tesla already slightly somewhat vandalized, but okay, you just spray some paint over it. It's still going to cost quite a bit of money to fix this, but it's still drivable. And then later, because it had an address here and everything, it was vandalized. However, there are people on Reddit who are saying things like, my daughter is being prosecuted for felony vandalism to vehicles, Tesla vehicles, because she was caught by Tesla's cameras. And this father is asking what he should do to help his daughter? Well, the best thing that you can do is to raise your kids right so they do not commit crime. This is too late, unfortunately, now. This is going to follow her for a long time. Remember this? This was posted on Kia's official Instagram. I bought this after Elon went crazy. Kia has now issued an official statement addressing this, and it's not actually very good. Not at all. I feel like they're making this worse. They said that the controversial social media post poking at Elon Musk was intended as humor and not meant to offend. You know what would be actually really humorous? Cutting off all Kia vehicles from Tesla superchargers. Kia said that the goal of that message that they posted earlier was to show that there are other options for those looking for an electric car. Well, cutting them off from Tesla superchargers would also accomplish the same goal. The best course of action that they could have taken was to fire whoever decided to post this, but if Elon sees this, I don't think he will take this lightly. He might ignore it this time, but if he sees anything else, he's gonna make it difficult for Kia. And here I like this post from Dylan. 100% of the people yelling about Elon being a Nazi and a fascist would 100% be deplatforming anyone they disagreed with if they owned X. And yet Elon owns X and he lets them speak their mind. They accuse Elon of being a dictator when they themselves are dictators. What a day for Tesla today. It's up 7.59%. So those of you who bought the stock on Monday after it dropped a lot, you can already pat yourself on the back. However, there's definitely going to be a lot of volatility. But despite that, I believe that Tesla stock is going to go to $1,000 eventually. And after that, well beyond that. And two of my brothers who are twins and teenagers, they have been asking me everything I know about money, and I am going to be doing an event sharing everything I know about money, and you're welcome to come too. There's a link down below to sign up if you are interested. And of course, with all the money that I'm making, I will definitely be buying a lot more Tesla stock. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video, probably on Friday.